This is Gary Atensa with CNTV, and today we're in Maryland. I'm here with Write Your Selfie. Since 2020, they've been helping you write your own unique life story to pass on to future generations, preserving your family history in a hardbook book. Let's start off a little bit, first of all, with my guest. He is an inventor, author, speaker, the grandmapreneur. Connie, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
I'm going to start off a little bit about yourself. You were formerly educated at multiple universities, including Columbia, with a Master of Arts in Linguistics. You spent over 3 decades teaching technical and business writing to college students at the Maryland Global Campus. But really, it was your second half of your life story, from college professor to entrepreneur, that has you here with us today. Share with us how really putting away your teaching materials has placed you in the limelight on TV many times before. Tell me about this story that led up to now.
Well, I had this burning desire inside of me. I taught college seniors how to write technical reports. And I was very good at it, and I would inspire them to find a great job when they graduated. And I realized that they were going to get these fantastic jobs that were going to start them off at over $100,000. And I wasn't making that much money. And I thought, my goodness, I have to start inspiring myself. So I got this idea. Technical writing, they have to write lots of reports about like technical reports. So I started getting them to write reports like instruction manuals. And I had an idea for an invention. So I wrote an instruction manual for my invention. Then I had them write in a brochure for the company that they wanted to work for. So I wrote a brochure for the invention that I wanted to make. And I ended up quitting my job because I had my whole company planned out with all my technical writing. So I quit my job and I started my business.
And here we are today. What a wonderful story. I mean, we all have a past, a personal history. So is it safe to say we all have a story to tell?
Right. Everybody has a story to tell. And I encourage people to write down their story because your future, your grandchildren need to hear your story in your own words before you're gone. So I help them write their own story. That's what I do. So I wrote my story, and I want my grandkids to know my favorite stories about my life.
Excellent. I mean, when a family member passes away, so many pages of history are lost. With the help of your course, many of these memories can be preserved. Can you kind of give us an example of what the first of the 6 steps is in your course? How does it start out?
Okay, well, first I had them go through family albums, family albums. In the olden days, we used to collect our pictures in albums. Now everybody has them on their phone. But when I was growing up, we had albums. So I went through 18 photo albums and took my favorite pictures out. And then when I saw the pictures, each picture would create a story for me. For example, my favorite picture was something I didn't even know. This is a picture of my grandparents on my mother's side. And the story behind it is Grandma Ella and Grandpa Arthur immigrated to the United States in 1912, and they had to miss their boat because Grandma was pregnant with morning sickness. And the boat they missed was the Titanic. Now, my grandkids love that story because everybody loves reading about the Titanic. And if they had been on that boat, we might not have been here. So my whole book has memories that make an impact on my life and on their life. And I have all these stories that are based on pictures. So I have them gather pictures of my life, and I tell them the pictures, and each picture has so many stories about it.
That is exciting to hear a story take place like that from a photo. I mean, the name is Write a Selfie. I mean, so is a cell phone incorporated in many of the steps, and are selfies actually part of the process? And if so, how?
Not really, because when a person, young people, like 20-year-olds, take selfies all the time. But older people like me, not you, but me, we don't take selfies. But selfies are pictures. So my whole book is based on the pictures. So this is our chance to take pictures. And each picture, we tell the story behind the picture.
Let me ask you, how long will it take to go through your course? And can a person kind of go at their own pace?
Yeah, they can. They can go through their own pace. And I encourage them to, because so many people want to write their life story. Like I just helped one person write his life story. And he had written it and he had given me his book that he wanted to write. And it was 200 pages long. And I thought, oh my goodness, who wants to read that? Nobody wants to read that. And so we changed it and made it pictures with stories, like a few sentences about each picture. And now everybody wants to read it. And it took him about 3 weeks to write the whole book.
How is your course delivered? I mean, is this online? And does a person have to be tech savvy to be able to do this?
I'm not really tech savvy. Um, so you don't have to be tech savvy. So what I do, if they want to do it, I have two ways they can do it. One way they can do it is I can send them a little book that I wrote, and it's exactly how to write it. First step is to gather your pictures. Okay.
Like you said, you don't have to be tech savvy. You can actually take a look at the book, learn that way. I mean, this
Right.
seems to me like this seems like a great project that grown children can do with their parents or even
Oh, yeah.
grandparents. Is that pretty common?
Yeah, that's very common, and it's also a nice gift for a grown up a grown up adult child to give as a gift to their parent, and it's also a great gift to give to somebody who's got dementia,
Yes. I
to
mean,
work with their parent with dementia to give them this gift.
this activity, I mean, it really helps bring families together. And can this process of reflection, like you said, maybe even help those whose memories are slipping or even more serious, like Alzheimer's or dementia? Explain a little bit more of that for me.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of research that tells you that even if somebody has dementia, their short term memory is very weak, but their long term memory is good. So I can only imagine somebody looking through an album of their past, their eyes light up because they remember vividly all those pictures of their young life. And so this is great for them if somebody comes to visit them and they look through pictures of them growing up. I think it's absolutely wonderful for them to share the old memories of their life. So I've worked with people who've done that with dementia. Of course, they need somebody to help them.
That is interesting. I mean, this can really be more than just a stroll down memory lane. I mean, this can be a fascinating journey, really, of self discovery. What are some of the feedback that you've received back from people?
They love it. They absolutely love it. They tell me how their parents' eyes light up when they look through it every time. And you don't even have to be old to do it. You can be any age to do it. I don't have dementia. And I wrote mine and I love it. And my grandkids love reading about it. They especially love, I have one picture of me as a little girl standing next to my mother, next to an old car. And I said, notice that car, it's a Plymouth. I was born in that car. I couldn't quite make it to the hospital. They love that. I was born in a car. Not many people have that story. So, I share all these stories with my kids, all about me, because it's easy to find out. It's all in pictures. And they see that I used to be young once, and they get to see all of that stuff.
How exciting that is. I mean, this really becomes like a time capsule for generations to come. Those who read it can gain a deeper understanding of their family, but also those people who create it really understand more of themselves, kind of really seeing what they've become. I look at this as a win win for both parties.
Exactly, exactly. And now I have a few people who are contacting me because a loved one just passed away and they wish they had done it sooner, but now they're doing it as a memory for the person who just passed away and they wish they had done it sooner.
Interesting.
But it's a great gift.
I mean, the end product is a tangible, beautiful hardcover heirloom, really, that can be handed down. As we've kind of become a digital society, like you say, has a printed book become even more valuable and cherished, would you say?
Yes. Well, it's I'm making it very easy for my children because I'm getting up there. I'm in my 70s. And when I'm gone, they're gonna come to a house filled with boxes and boxes of pictures, and they're gonna not know what to do with them. So I'm gonna say, throw them all away. I have this here, and everyone's gonna come to that problem. What do they do with everything? Well, throw them away. I saved the good ones.
Absolutely. Hate to be throwing away these great memories when they could have been collected and edited in such a way that it's very interesting for people to look at it. Connie, life is a story and best when shared. As you help others open up and share personal tales with loved ones, I mean, you're really strengthening bonds, is what you're doing. Is this rewarding work for you?
Exactly. I love it. I love it because so many people want to share their story. They deserve to share their story. Their story needs to be shared. And so I'm just helping them because they don't know how to do it. So I make it very easy. I have 6 steps that they do it and they can do it. I can help them. I go, first do this, then do this, then do this, do this.
That is excellent. Very exciting to share your story and definitely to share your course out there with my viewers. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. Take a look at the website. And what you're going to start out by simply requesting really a free ebook right there on her main page. When you are ready to own your narrative and really be the hero of your story, order the online course right there today on her website. Completing your life story isn't just an accomplishment. I mean, it's really it's a confidence boost for you as you compile this and look back at all these years and basically provide something for future generations. Once again, that is Write Your Selfie, Your Life Story in Pictures. This is Gary Atensa with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.